They say if you stay here long enough, the whole world will pass you by. Some come to see the sights, some to get a job, some to find love, some to make a fortune. And a few of them are even lucky. There was once a man called John Chapman. He lived about 100 miles north of London, a little village called Swaffham, in a tumble-down cottage underneath an old oak tree. He was a straightforward man, hard-working. He was a peddler, travelling salesman, although in those days you had to travel by foot. But one night he had an extraordinary dream. He heard a voice calling his name. John Chapman, get up off your back, man, and pick up your pack. Take the broad track, go to London, stand on the bridge, and you will find a fortune. Well, of course he took no notice of it. It was only a dream. But the next night, the dream came again. And the next. 1, 2, 3. 3 times lucky, they say. So John Chapman, he took his pack. He said goodbye to his little cottage and the old oak tree up above, and he took the broad track. He took the high road. He took the low. He took the fast road. He took the slow. He took the broad road. He took the narrow. And he didn't stop walking till he got to London town. John Chapman, he found his way to the bridge and he settled down to wait for his fortune and to watch the passers-by. The whole world seemed to be there. There were people, animals, horses, coaches, carts, carriages, people buying, people selling, people walking up and down, shouting, laughing. And John, he stood and he waited. And he waited. And he waited. All day long. And the next day he waited and he waited and he waited all day long. And the third day he waited and waited and waited and nothing happened. Nobody stopped, nobody looked at him, and absolutely nobody came and gave him a fortune. At the end of 3 days he was cold, he was tired, and he was very disappointed. Well, maybe he shouldn't have thought about a dream. Maybe he shouldn't have followed a dream. He was just about to go when a barrow boy called to him. "Oi," he said, "you, I've been watching you. You've been standing there for 3 days. You're not buying, you're not selling, you're just waiting. What you up to?" So John Chapman, feeling a bit of a fool, told him all about his dream. Laugh. The barrow boy, he laughed till the tears rolled down his cheeks. "You listen to me, mate," he said. "The only way you're going to get rich is by keeping your nose to the grindstone, working hard." I have dreams too. I had a lovely one the other day. I dreamt I went to some place, Swaffham, a little village, and there was a little cottage with a big oak tree. And I started digging under the oak tree and I found a load of gold. That's what I could call a good dream. But did I go chasing after it? Course not. You listen to me, mate. You remember my words. "Thank you. Thank you," said John Chapman. "I will remember your words." And off he went back home. So John Chapman, he hurried back home to Swaffham, back to the tumble-down cottage underneath the big oak tree. And you can guess what he did, can't you? He started to dig. And he hadn't been digging more than a minute when his spade hit something hard. It was a box. And inside the box was gold. There was enough there for him to rebuild his own house and to give half the money to other people in the village. And in memory of him, they put up a statue right in the middle of the village to John Chapman, the peddler, who went to London to find his fortune, but he found it in his own backyard.